And we are live once again. Welcome to today's stream. We're coming to you with some more Train Sim World 4 content on this beautiful Friday afternoon. So strap in, take a seat, and prepare for our journey ahead. Now let's get our request list up. We haven't got Salzburg to Rosenheim today. We'll start with I actually want to start with the Antelope Valley line. I've downloaded a mod for the timetable, so I guess we're going to be giving that a go today, and then yeah, whatever else anyone else might like. Antelope Valley line, and we'll mark that as done. Now let's see. I wonder whether this is just something that's been incorporated into the timetable we already have, the edits, or if it's gonna appear as a completely different timetable. Okay, so yes, completely different timetable. So here's the regular timetable. So we do actually lose some units, namely the BNSF trains and the F7, which is quite interesting. But regardless, it should be busier. Even minus those units, it should be busier. And I wonder if it'll be more realistic as well. I wonder if those additions, those layers, were realistic or not. But regardless, let's start with the F125. Let's see if I've still got it, because it's been a while. Let's do a healthy run. Let's do a healthy run. Could do an early start. This is a part 1. I wonder if we'll do part 1 and part 2 today, because that alone is 2 hours. Is this 2 hours and 14, or is this 2 minutes and 14? It's got to be 2 hours, right? LA. Right, which is, so it's basically this route just broken up into 2, basically. That makes a lot of sense. I guess let's just start working our way. There's not like a huge number of routes, so yeah, let's start working our way through them until we get a request for otherwise. Let's do this one. So we're starting off. I'm gonna keep an eye on dynamic weather. If it's just gonna be something that's gonna bring in rain. I mean, I have God mode anyway. Which, speaking of God mode, have I there was an update for God mode yesterday, I believe. And although I've put the file in the correct folder for mods, I wonder if it's clashing with the other one. How many God modes do we have here? I thought as much. So let's delete this one. Right, can't do that because we're obviously in Train Sim mode. Right, in that case, let's go over here to our intermission screen, where I'm a little bit low, but it's all good. Let's depart from Train Sim World, get rid of that folder, and we'll start up once again. Now, I do think that why am I so cut off? Anyway, that's a thing for another day. So we'll get rid of that. Right, so we should just be running the one then. And then let's open up Train Sim World again. So usually I run through the journey mode. However, oh, you know what? Has my camera been knocked up? No. It's like facing up in a quite a weird way. There you go. That's better, right? Sort of get a bit more of me. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over here. The let's see what we can do there, because right, I think it's opacity. No, it's not opacity. There you go. Okay. Well, let's get into it then, shall we? I really hope so Samuel Smith, who was in my chat yesterday, I promised him I'd subscribe to him, but I couldn't find his channel after the stream. So I hope he pops up again and then perhaps sends me a link, or I don't know how I'd follow someone from here. Maybe I'll try to do it on my phone. Maybe that was it. So choose a route. So let's record this, because I'm contemplating making this a YouTube vid as well, as we as we stream it. So let's go. Although I'm gonna have to speak over it again, but regardless. So 2024 timetable by Forks, and we'll take the F125 for a spin. So I guess let's start from the from the top, right? Let's do this non-revenue service. And then make our way down. So I guess we'll bring this one into service, and then we'll I would hope we stick with this particular unit. It's very dark, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Right, so I need to get myself familiarized once again, as does the shaders apparently. Car body lights, let's have that on because it's obviously quite dark. Board lights on, step lights can be on. No, I'm not too fussed about that. For marker lights, yes. Rear marker lights, don't need to worry about that. Car in. Okay. That all looks good. You know what? I'll do the YouTube thing later. For now, let's just stream as per usual. I think that's in order. Okay. Do we have any? Of course. So this is where the magic is. We'll turn on our headlamp. So what immediately looks out of place? PTC. We'll turn that on. I guess it's just a matter of literally ATS. We'll turn that on. I don't think I've actually ever used ATS before. We'll cut in the alerter. It's not as incredibly obvious where each safety system is located. You sort of really have to get stuck in, which I'm not complaining about, to be fair. All right, so we can close that, and I think that's the only compartment really that we're going to need to mess around with. Everything here really should already be set for us, but it's not, because I've seen that the generator field is off, so we'll turn that on. Okay, we'll get some fresh air in here, of course. Rear headlights, not too fast about that, but of course front bend lights are already set as they should be. I hope they fixed the horn issue. There was a horn issue whereby the horn would be stuck on, and you wouldn't be able to turn it off. Alrighty. Let's get rid of the brakes. Let's release them. And let's get moving. I believe everything should be set on the computers. It would be nice if we had the handle in. There we go. And let's get moving and let's see what this timetable has to offer. I'm looking forward to it. Haven't played Antelope Valley Line since the around the release of the route. I think it was the second. It might have actually been the first route I played, and we are overspeeding way too much. Feels like we're gonna have to almost feels like we're gonna have to get accustomed to a whole new set of brakes. It's been quite a while since we've sat in this cab. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, even with the less variety of trains that we're gonna see, it should be, the timetable should be busier in general. So we'll see. I'm trusting that, because I'm not an avid player of Antwerp Valley Line. I don't think I'll be able to confirm necessarily, but we'll run the route and gauge an idea of what we're dealing with. Well, our marker lights shouldn't be on, should they? Bright auxiliary makes sense. Rear headlights. That'll be literally headlights on the back, right? So where are marker lights and why are they on? Is that somewhere above? Ah, right, front marker lights, of course. There we go, problem solved. I like the yellow hue that we've got going on in the lights. We haven't got tail lights activated around the back though, so let's go and do that. That hasn't ended well. That hasn't ended well at all. Right, I wonder if there's a bug on the timetable. Okay, we've somehow got it working. Right, my marker lights should be up here. There we go. Just to make sure. Perfect. And yeah, I guess we just keep going and hope that we end up where we should be. There we go. I don't know how I'm doing that, but we somehow managed it. Very slowly approaching our 10 mile per hour marker. I mean, I did say we should be pretty much set on the computer side of things, but I'll just check anyway. There's not much we can do, is there? Nothing for operator controls, and I can't really see what's behind. I mean, I guess it's great that I can dim it. That's great. But I wish there was a bit more variety with the computer there. Also, when the alerter, I need to. Alright, I guess it'll come up on the screen, right? The alert will. No. So we're just relying on the audible warning then? I guess it's similar to AWS in that regard, but quite different from CIFA, although they pretty much have the same purpose. You know, this is what we were really looking forward to when it comes to the editor. Obviously, this is very limited, and again, we still are struggling with the editor at this moment in time. But like I said the other day, where there's a will, there's a way. Even if it was a game where mods were just impossible, where just officially not something that could happen, if somebody wanted it bad enough, it would have happened. I hope this switch is set correctly. It should be anyway. But yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. So even with the limitations we're having with the editor, we've already got well, this isn't actually the first timetable mod. There have been some other ones, but this is the one that's, I guess, most appealing to me, I think. I'm actually not quite sure. I have seen the other ones, but there was particular reasons. I think there's like 2 or 3 others that I've seen on the TSC website, but there were specific reasons for why I didn't go for them. And I do tend to trust myself, so it would have been for a reason, a good enough reason. We've got a new playlist I found on Spotify today. I don't think it's lo-fi per se, although it sounds similar, but I still got that chill and like calming vibe. But there's a bit more to it. I don't know. Lo-fi is very it's very bland in a way. Like it does what it's meant to do, but it's just quite bland and basic. Whereas this is like lo-fi, but with a bit more oomph to it, with a bit more seasoning. I guess that's probably the best way I can put it. These tracks are quite familiar from our blockbuster scenario. That I don't know why it's doing so well on TikTok. It's got over 6,500 views compared to, I mean, I've now started to hit over 1,000, which is sort of a new high. 4 out of the 5, I think, that I uploaded yesterday are currently sitting on over 1,100. But that particular scenario, which is only, I think, the second video that I posted on my TikTok, yeah, it's on somehow over 6,500. It's climbing every day. I'm not sure how TikTok pushes their content. I know usually you'll get a burst of views as soon as you upload. It would, you know, push your content out to everyone, and then it will be very, very slow after that. Whereas if this one, although it is climbing slowly, it's moving. Because a lot of my videos will hit sort of a point and they're borderline stagnant. But I guess at the end of the day, it was a fun scenario. And really, that's sort of what we'd hope a scenario would be. That's what you want to see from a song. And there's no way that's just going to be part of a regular timetable. You know? Even the transporting the prisoner, as boring as that was, maybe because I didn't do it properly. Same with the that missing person one. I think you were actually meant to find the person. I didn't. Like, I saw the flare, and then I used free cam to just fly around the area basically, and I couldn't see anyone. The brakes are not great here, are they? I think we've been spoiled with what Germany has been offering us on Salzburg with the 111. I've been saying that feels incredibly OP though. This feels a lot more true to life in terms of what I'd expect from, you know, a large train. But then again, we are only running on diesel power, and the 111 runs on electric power. And I also need to keep an eye out for when to use my horn. Hello, William. Welcome back to the stream. I know you were here a couple of days ago. It was nice to see you again. Welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah, I also need to keep an eye out for when to fall whistle posts, whistle markers, or horn markers. Luckily, we have the luxury of having a button that will do the whole sequence for us. So all I need to do really is just hit the button. The issue I spoke of earlier with the sequencer where it would get stuck, I did report to Dovetail, and they said that they would look into it. They said that they've added it to their list. But I don't ever remember seeing like a patch note for it in particular. So I can only hope. That's all we've got. I can only hope that they've tended to that. I can't imagine it being a hard fix. Something like that. It's not a regular bug that shows its face often. So it should technically just be a quick fix. Oh, we're very slowly putting into Union Station, where we'll end this run, and then we'll go into the next one, which will be this same unit from Union Station all the way down to Lancaster. I know we've got a beautiful sunrise en route, and I really hope it's not spoiled by rain. Although I don't even think I'll let that happen, to be very honest with you. If it comes to it, I'm going to have to manually take control of the weather. And use God mode to play, well, God. And return our clear skies. Now, I do see a 1 mile an hour limit. I assume that's just the buffers. We're coming in just behind another service that I assume is also coming into service. We've got another one to the left of that that's ready to depart. So I would assume that would depart first, and then either us or the train that's pulling in front of us will depart straight after. But yeah, we should have... here we go. Here's the rain, because why wouldn't it rain? We should have a pretty clear, although I'm not seeing the rain I'm not seeing the rain on the windshield. All right, we're getting some now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what this has to offer us. I wonder if there's going to be an increase in freight services as well. We know there's an increase in passenger services. Although I do find it interesting that there's going to be less playable services, which kind of makes sense actually, because some DLC layers aren't part of the package. However, I think that's really displaced by the fact that we now have unplayable AI with that will be at stations that we won't be accessing, basically, that are off that this service doesn't operate on. Yeah, so I think I'm going to turn off dynamic weather for our next run, just because yeah, if we at this moment in time, and it's a shame that it's been the case for so long, but having dynamic weather is the same as just having rain turned on. Right, let's make sure we slow down in time. We've learned that the brakes are a little bit loose, I guess one could say. Wait until 6:09. That's great, but I'm not going to do that because there's not much of a point of waiting until 6:09. That doesn't really make much sense. So let's make it 06, 08, 55, and speed up the process. Apparently the rain clears by then. Interesting. Why did it go to 22? Oh, you know what? There's an even easier way of doing this. I'm pretty sure I did 06, 08, not 22. So that's pretty interesting that it did that. But let's just do this. Complete current objective. Probably should have done that in the first place. So we should still get a medal, yeah. As long as we've done sort of the main tasks, we should still get away with a decent medal. Although I don't know why I keep pointing out medals when I don't actually care, but I feel like there's a slight bit of satisfaction from getting a gold or a platinum, and a slight bit of disappointment also when you see a silver or a bronze. So I assume the journey mode, obviously, yeah, you can't really choose what timetable you use. So we'll continue using the new timetable. Maybe I should change the stream title to reflect that, hey? And then we'll so you know what, actually, fortunately, I have an Antelope Valley Line thumbnail that I used to use for my live stream, so we can just put that one on as well. And Bob's your uncle. And then we'll change the title over on Twitch as well, and we'll be good to go. Alrighty. Sweet. And then I'll probably remove, it would make sense, wouldn't it, to remove the common routes thing, and then this will just be a Antelope Valley Line stream, which works because the runs are pretty long, as we are about to see. Part 1 of our trip to Lancaster. So I guess we'll do this part 1, then we'll do this part 2, and then we'll do the others depending on time, of course. We're not going to have much of it left after the 2 runs. I've left dynamic weather on, so we'll hit reverse and go back to that menu, turn it off. Enjoy the clear skies, enjoy the see, I wouldn't mind like a transition of clouds, maybe a spot of rain that then, you know, disperses, but to just know that you're going to be faced just, you know, with rain at some point. And it's not just, you know, like a bit of rain, because bear in mind, the Train Hunter, can he choose a route? What do you want to see, Train Hunter? You know what? Go on then, mate. I was going to show off the new, there's a new timetable out for the Antelope Valley Line that's been released by a member of the modding community. But you are more than welcome to choose a route, my friend. So, Train Hunter, the floor is yours. What do you want to see? I've got everything. Every DLC, every loco, every route. So, whatever you feel that you want to see, hit me up. So we've got, there's going to be a lot, yeah? So brace yourself. So we've got the Antelope Valley Line, which is the US route. If you've got like a country as well that you want to see specifically, that will help narrow things down. But we've got Antelope Valley Line. We've got the new Salzburg-Rosenheim route that's just been released. We've got Main-Telbahn, which was the, I believe, the route released just before Salzburg. Those are both German routes. We've got Steam here, Peak Forest, English route. So let's go to UK. Is there a particular era? Because we've got Steam, we've got modern day, and we've got 80s, 90s, 70s. So we've got a Steam route, Peak Forest, which is set somewhere up near Derby, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We've got, I don't know why Bernina Lini is here. It's definitely not a UK route. We've got Birmingham Cross City Line with the 323. The 323 also runs down here. Can you do Cathcart Edinburgh to Edinburgh at 3 o'clock? Let's go. Cathcart, Timetable, and I guess you want to see the 314? Yeah? Glasgow to Edinburgh, or is it the other way around? I've actually never run this this route before. Let's see what we've got. So 3 o'clock is... So the closest we have is we've got 2:58 and we've got 3:05. So I guess we'll do a 2:58, 3:05. All right, cool. Let's do that one then. 2 November 20, Glasgow Central to Neilston. Let's do custom over. Let's have a bit of clouds. And let's get to it. Believe it or not, Train Hunter, I've never driven this route. There are a bunch of routes that I've never driven, never played, and this is one of them. So this is gonna be my first time on this route. You're very welcome, my friend. You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here. So unlock the doors. Can we do that off the jump, or would we have to put the key in? Right, there we go. And set it to forward. Our doors are open. Right, so this is my first time in here. So what have we got? I've got a door operation over here, but I guess we'll just use the key bands for that. Destination board and light, we could have that on, why not? Set these to... Why are they... Okay, cool, that's the right setting. Cab light, we'll leave cab lights off for now, seeing as it's pretty much middle of the day. Nothing of particular interest over here. We've got our wipers. Anything behind us over here? We've got plenty going on over here. Let's have a little gander. TPWS, which will turn on. We've got just under 30 seconds until departure. DSD will turn that on as well. TPWS cut off. We'll turn that on. Auxiliary lighting, no need as it's daytime. I think we'll just leave all the lights pretty much off. We're not going to do any guard stuff. I think we're pretty much good to go. Can you move the camera a bit closer? I can. Is this okay for you? Let's lock the doors. And let's make our way. So we're heading out with a 15-mile-per-hour limit. I cannot wait till we get Glasgow fleshed out a little bit more. Should be later this year, fingers crossed. We'll turn on the gauge lights, brighten things up a little bit on that front. I do have a YouTube. Type in underscore, whoops, speeding a little bit. Type in underscore YT, Train Hunter, and you'll have a link to my YouTube channel. Or the bot might, I should have a bot. I should have mentioned it by now. Doesn't seem to have done so. But yeah, exclamation, let me do it for you. Exclamation mark YT, and there you go. So I've got plenty of Train Sim Mod 4 content on there as well, and plenty more to come. I'll be recording a couple tonight to hopefully go up this weekend at some point. Can I subtitle? Of course. I hope. I don't know if Twitch will allow you to put links. Try and put your link in the chat. Train Hunter, and if Twitch allows you to do so, then I'll subscribe to you. I can try and find it just by the search function on YouTube, Train Hunter, but every time I do that, when I try to find someone, I'm not able to find them. Instead, I get a bunch of videos, because your name, realistically, the Train Hunter, is probably a lot of people's titles for videos. So instead of finding you, what YouTube will do is just throw all those videos at me, and then I'll end up not being able to find you. Thank you very much. If if Twitch will let me, I also need to keep an eye out on these signals, because they're trying to trip us. Copy text. Okay, for some reason, I'm using an old phone of mine. It's not letting me go to the link. So as soon as the stream is done, I will get the link on my computer, which I'm currently playing on, and I will follow you from there. If you don't mind waiting a little bit. Hello, Nabil. We do know us. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been, man? I hope you've been well, Nabil. I hope things have been well with you. I'm currently MIA on Instagram at the moment. I know you had my Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna have to... The thing is, it exists, but for a whole different purpose right now. So what I'm gonna need to do is remodel it, basically, because I've got all the content I need. My TikTok, I've got things on TikTok that I'm planning on just posting on Instagram. I also need to get oh, didn't mean to go into emergency there. I also need to get a Threads account going, probably, and a Twitter. I do have a Twitter. I just don't use it, really. I'm not a big fan of Twitter, to be honest. Not since 2015, maybe. Pardon me. Wait, Instagram's just a myth right now, man. Who is that? Nabil, you unfollowed me, Nabil. How could you do that to me, man? You've broken my heart, Nabil. Thank you for the follow, man. Oh, you had to create a new account yourself. Yeah, fair enough. That makes the both of us. It takes a good while for the doors to close, doesn't it? Oh, you were on YouTube. So you wait. So you didn't. So, but didn't you used to watch me on Twitch? Or am I bugging out? I was pretty sure you were on Twitch. But if you were on YouTube, then yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense as well. Seeing as we're also there. Okay, fair enough. YouTube only. No, it's good to have you back, man. It's been, what, over a year? Although, to be fair, maybe I should have left dynamic weather on, because then even if it rains, we're in Scotland, so it's not entirely a crazy scenario. Probably, yeah. Because I was in a different address at the time as well. I was living elsewhere. And I moved out from there. It's been over a year since I've moved out. So, yeah. It's definitely been over a year. Time moves fast though, man. We've got a 30 limit coming up, so we might as well slow down for that one. I'm going to turn the train audio up a little bit. I feel like it's fairly quiet. The new DLC is it's all right, man. I think I'm gonna release a video on it anyway. But spoiler alert, I gave it a 6 out of 10 on the stream. I think, mostly because I just find it very average. If I'm being honest, it's a very average German route. There's nothing special about it. The scenery's okay for the most part, but in other parts, it's bad. Anyway, I'm gonna release a video and I'll go into detail on it. But yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's just not great either. Although the layers are good. The layers are really, really good. There's always something fresh coming at you. I like your passenger experiences on YouTube. Thank you, Train Hunter. Thank you for that feedback, man. They're not really doing well. The first one is Maintobahn. But the other two, or three, I think now, they're not doing great. So, I don't know. I'm giving it a bit more of a chance. I like them. I think it's a pretty good idea. Especially Berliner Line. I don't know why that one performed the worst out of the bunch. The views on that, the scenery is gorgeous. It might as well be real life because they've used LiDAR and they've used LiDAR technology for their environment. So it's as per real life. You get the sensation that you're traveling through these beautiful, gorgeous, massive mountains. It's a really, really good watch if you haven't seen it already. Can I pause and do Blackpool? Yeah, no problem. I don't think this is a journey mode, so yeah, I do not mind pausing it midway through. We can do some Blackpool. Let's see how long left we've got. Yeah, we're only just about halfway through to this route. So I have no problem going off to do the Blackpool route. Let's go and do that. Train Hunter, don't apologize, man. Listen, the way I see it, Train Hunter, I'm providing you guys a service, right? So you gotta be content and I gotta be content. So as long as we're both content, it's cool. It's cool. Class 142, I've got you. Any livery that you want in particular? There are some very nice liveries. And also the fact that there's a variety of liveries is amazing in itself. So we've got the provincial livery, we've got orange, we've got skipper, which is brown and white. Orange, no problem, let's do that. 2 cars, is there a... Why loaded? I mean, I'm not gonna want empty. No, I'd rather start with loaded. I don't even know why that's an option. There we go. Right. Do you have any particular time or service that you want to see, Train Hunter? You should get that one. Which one, Bill? This one. Blackpool. Let's do a nice, healthy, long route. Somewhere in the morning rush hour, maybe. Blackpool South to Preston. Where do the Preston services end? Is it it would be no. Wait, I don't think we can do Blackpool South to Preston. It's either Blackpool South to Ormskirk or what other options do we have? Yeah, pretty much just to Ormskirk. So it will be an Ormskirk route. Preston to Blackpool South. Okay, cool. We do have that then. So why don't we have any routes that go? Oh, we do have this one, but I've done it already. Okay, so let's do cool. Let's do okay, right. They're all showing up now. Cool. Let's do a Blackpool South. There's not many Blackpool South to Prestons, but we've got quite a few Preston to Blackpool South. We can do this one. It's an evening one, or no, let's do a morning one where it's gonna be light. I'm gonna turn off dynamic weather. I will add some clouds. Start at Blackpool. Thing is, I just don't want to do one that's going to be in the in the evening, but there's not any daylight option. So the earliest one we can do will be this one, but let me do this one. We'll do this one. 2 Papa 06. Blackpool South to Preston. Let's get started. One thing that surprised me, because I didn't know much about the route before I played it, was how fast you're allowed to go. All right, let's get the lights on in here. Where's my here we go. There we go, forward. Destination lights gotta be on, right? Of course. Instrument lights are on. Lights are gonna be ahead. Compressor speed up, I don't think that's really necessary. Ah. Well, everything's on, so I think I'm just gonna leave it as that. I think whatever state systems we could have turned on, they're on, right? We've got TPWS on. No, is there no DRA on this saloon light? We'll turn that on. Oh, whoops, we turned it off. Let's turn it on. There you go. Vestibule light. We can have that on as well, brighten things up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, all we've got is AWS. Can you turn off the game sound a bit more? Yeah, of course. We can do that. Turn Spotify down a little bit first. Then we'll do that. How's that? I've turned it up a little bit. Let me know how that is. If you want it up a little bit higher, please let me know. Don't worry though, this train is not quiet. Once we get moving. Oh yeah, of course. Let's set our destination. Heading up over to Preston. Wrong way. Maybe not. There we go, to Preston. Let's lock the doors. And we are ready to go. Let the guard know that we've received his green light. And let's get going. I hope it's not too dark. It looks alright from what I can see. Oh yeah, so one mistake I made going around the other side. Can I do announcements? I can. Through here, right? Although
we will shortly be arriving at Squires Gate.
There you go. So is it just? I need to know what announcements there are. Is it just the next station, or is there more to it? Like, oh, we're into the part and etc. etc. If I remember correctly, the brakes are pretty good, aren't they? Guess we're about to find out. But yeah, the last time I ran this route, I messed up the token exchange completely. So good point.
The next stop is Squires Gate.
Okay. Seems like you just told us what the next stop is. I'm going to do it while we're at the station, just before we close the doors, and see if there's anything relating to the ready to depart announcement. I do like the fact now, I do like the fact that we're now having announcements become like a regular thing. Before long, it will be a thing where no route's going to release, without it. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Although, for the routes that don't have an announcement, we do have all the mods that have been released recently. I need to buy sound pads on Steam. And then I'll be able to play announcements on basically any route. As long as, obviously, the files are available for it. Although I hope none of the keybinds for that software will clash. Hopefully not. Nabil, I can't play this game without mods. I'll be honest with you, mate. There's no play this game without mods. When TSW 4 first came out, and obviously none of the mods had been edited yet to work for TSW 4, man, it was like playing a downgraded game. It was honestly like you're playing a downgraded game. It was a whole different experience, man. So boring, so bland, so basic. Yeah, man, I can't do without mods, honestly.
The next station stop is St Anne's on the Sea.
It's a must, man. I really do feel for console players, man, who just can't experience, that. It's almost like a transformation for me personally, anyway. Especially the graphics mods, the big ones, the proper effective ones, the graphics mods, the signal mods. And then, of course, you've got the route enhancements, which with themselves are a godsend. I used to play on console, and when I switched, it was such a great experience. Yeah, man. Train Hunter says I play on PS4. PS4, if you plan on making a switch soon, Train Hunter, to either PlayStation 5 or, like a next generation console, your mind will be blown, man. Your mind will be blown. It's a beautiful experience. And then, obviously, on top of it, if you were to play certain US routes, for example, you get a fuller timetable, or you get longer freight trains, if that's something you're interested in, of course. Yeah, Nabil, I bet the Switch was like playing a whole new game. That's what I can imagine it being like. Because it's a completely transformed experience, man. Completely transformed.
We will shortly be arriving at St Anne's on the Sea.
Yeah, these brakes are solid. I don't know what has the better brakes, the 142 or the 111 from Salzburg. I just had a quite an interesting idea actually. Don't regret it, although I've lost some money on consoles. Yeah, what in terms of what, just buying a new console? I think that's one of those things that it's one of those bitter pills you just have to swallow really, because it's almost the only, it's like, well, it's not almost, it's the only way you're gonna have, you know, a better experience. Let's try and get a stop in position, right? I was considering getting a PS5 at one point, just to play, you know, certain games with my friends, but yeah, no one's really gaming anymore.
The next stop is Ansel and Fairhaven.
I mostly play simulators, I don't really need the consoles. Well, you know what? We're going through quite an interesting time with simulators at the moment, because one by one, they're all opening their eyes to the market that they can get on consoles. Simrail might come to PC. There's obviously talk of that. Train Sim Worlds obviously is already on PC. Fernbus Coach Simulator is now on console from, I think, a couple of years ago now. Yeah, it's really becoming a thing. Farming Simulator not on consoles as well? That one I'm not too sure of. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it's the doors to enter the, you know, simulation worlds, they're a lot open. They're open a lot wider than they were before. There you go then. I think if anything, it was farming simulator that opened the doors to console simulation. And I really do think if SES release like a new Euro truck or a new American truck, I cannot see them doing so without including consoles in their market. ETS will eventually come to console, but that's going to take some time. I mean, if ever, really, only because I don't see them porting over Euro Truck unless they release a whole new version, which isn't on the horizon, and it's nowhere on the horizon right now. So that's the only reason I think it might take a little while. Exactly. New engine. It's just gonna have to be almost like a whole new game, because I'm pretty sure if they do bring in, you know, a new version, we have mess this one up a little bit. Just missed it. Let's bring her back in a little bit. Now you're actually not allowed to do this IRL. Once trains miss their stop, they've missed their, you know, when they miss their station, they've missed their station. But we've had special permission, let's say. But yeah, it will, Eurotruck will be a completely new game, man. I think you have the ability to walk around. Basically, everything that everyone's asking for right now will come in a new one. You know, the ability to manually load. The ability to manually load your train. Look at my mind. To manually load your truck. Just like in, is it Transport Simulator where you can do that? Maybe damage, instead of it just being a figure, maybe you will actually be visible this time around. But yeah, I agree, man. It's only a certain, it's only a matter of time.
The next station stop is Lytham. Shortly be arriving at Lytham.
It's a shame you don't get this bounce from the suspension. I don't know what they've called it, man. Whatever the suspension thing is that they're bringing in so that you can feel the train bouncing. It's a shame that you can't feel it in when you ride as a passenger.
The next station stop is Moss Side.
Gotta keep an eye out for that 50. I'm looking forward to when our announcements, you know, that we're getting now, sort of start transforming, and instead of just, you know, announcements about the next station, we start getting safety announcements and, you know, maybe like CCTV announcements like we get in the UK. Basically, I hope they start to advance rather than just stay at a very basic level. the modding community, I was saying this here not too long ago, where there's a will, there's a way. Even if we don't have the tools that we need available to us in the way that, you know, those modders will need them, they'll make it happen. I mean, look, we've already got announcements. You know, they're not necessarily built into the game, but they're there. They're a thing. They're meant to be played. They're meant to be used, you know, alongside you playing the game.
Be arriving at offside.
So there's a start. Start off with, you know, just the very basic announcements, and then 100% I'm certain that they're going to develop. There's nothing the modding community won't do or can't do. It might take a little bit of time, and it might take a little bit of resilience, but there's nothing they can't achieve. I mean, what we've seen already is incredible. We're starting to get new timetables. It's beginning. What I really believe Dovetail, you know, fear is beginning. I mean, just the mod that brings in the class 700 into the Brighton mainline timetable. Number one, that's amazing in itself. We get the variety that, you know, a lot of people are calling for. But number two, it shows that it's possible. Because I haven't seen a single person, and maybe it's happening, but, you know, those people aren't mentioning it. But out of the people that have used the mod or are using the mod, including myself, not a single person has experienced crashing or issues with the timetable. Things that Dovetail said would be the case. You know, that Brighton mainline is basically on the very edge and there's nothing more they can add to it because it will end up being detrimental to the route. No one's seeing any of that. So it's interesting to see.
The next stop is Kirkham and Wesham.
I think I released the brakes there a little too early. We just about started rolling back. Alright man, I guess I'll look at some Fortnite. See ya. Take care, Nabil, man. Enjoy your Fortnite. I haven't played that in a while, you know. I was playing that for a little while on the channel. I haven't played it in a little while. Feel free to add me if you want. Keep ending in a week or so. Oh, for real? Add me. It's my same name, LWD Adnan. I might, yeah, it's been on my mind lately, but not enough for me to, you know, go in here. I'm pretty far up in the battle pass as well, so I'd want to, you know, make it to the end one way or another. H. Cowlin, can I ask a question for my psychology experiments? It may be rude. Please don't block me if you do not accept the question. Thanks. Ask away. Ask away. Every question is welcome. Although I'm wondering what I'm opening the door for here. When did you last wine? It's to measure the enjoyment and pleasure. Oh, what would you like to know? Why do you want to know, Caroline? I got a question for you. Why do you want to know? I don't believe your experiment. I believe it's for personal research. I checked today the 8th of March. What's today, the 1st, right? Okay, cool, so we've got a whole week basically. Maybe instead of my Euro Truck simulators, my Euro Truck streams, I'll do Fortnite instead. Because I don't really have much time outside of streaming and work to play. I don't have any time, to be honest, outside of those things. You know, it's an experiment to show a teacher. I refuse to disclose that. I said you're welcome to ask. I didn't say you're welcome to get an answer. Right, very anonymous. So anonymous that I can say it live on stream. Live on stream. That the world has access to. No, you don't need to apologize, my friend. You don't need to apologize. But it's gonna be a no comment from me. It's gonna be a no comment. I mean, it could be 2 minutes ago while I was on stream, or it could be 2 years ago. And that's the best thing about a mystery. Reading the bill? Did you write it out exactly? Capital L, W, D, and the A is capital as well. And D, N, A, N, E.
The next station stop is Kirkham-Wesham.
Okay, yeah, that should have been it. Okay, interesting. Do you are you? If you're on Discord, Nabil, you can message me your name on Discord, and then I'll find you. Do you have crossplay? Are you? I don't know if you're on PC or console. Maybe it's a crossplay thing. Yeah, you can ask a different question, Caroline. Can't guarantee we'll get an answer, but take your shot. PC, that's really weird. That's really weird. I don't use any other name when I'm like online. What type of porn do I watch? Not much. I don't watch porn. All right then, Nabil. Take care, man. Enjoy Fortnite. You're welcome to ask, Caroline. Don't worry. But there's your answer. Stopped that a while ago. I'm very sure. I'm very sure. Wank and see, I'm British, so we do use wank. So wank and masturbate are interchangeable. So as per my last response, no comment. Here we are at Kirkham-Wesham. How nice would it be if we had like a physical guard that you could see? And I find it funny that we have all these little features on something like Roblox, but which obviously depends on people being there and deciding to, you know, play certain roles. But it happens, they do, especially during like busy hours. See, Caroline, for me to answer your question, for you to ask me that question, I need to have given you a previous answer. So right now, you don't even know if I do that or not. So what if I don't do it? That means there's no location. It's all a mystery. I do like the brightness of the door open buttons and also the door indicator lights as well, especially in this lighting. I'm not gonna answer, Caroline, no. How can you tell me it's an optional question and then try and force an answer out of me? Right, let's make our way
We'll shortly be arriving at Preston, where this train terminates.
Our final destination. Take care, Caroline. Have a good rest of your day. So, Train Hunter, if we're still about, we are reaching the end of our service, you are more than welcome to request another run or anything else, basically. Anything else. If I don't get any requests from yourself or anyone, then I'll go and do my Antelope Valley run. While before we get to Fresno, so there's plenty of time. For any requests, if they're about to come through. You do your thing, Pin Hunter. If you can finish in about 10 minutes, I'll see you by the time we get to the end of our service. What a stream. Why he didn't just question you then, Train Hunter. He got all the answers to the questions he wanted answers to.
stop is Preston, where this train terminates.
Quite a bit of lag coming into Preston. Isn't too severe though, fortunately. Right, so we haven't had any requests, so I'll be taking us to Los Angeles. We've been driving a ghost train apparently. Not a single person that steps out. The Central Line in Birmingham. Just in time, William. I certainly can. I certainly can. Should we do should we run the regional rail livery, or shall we stick to the West Midland Railway one? Or do you just not have a preference? I wasn't even aware that we had HST services on here. Rail tours going on as well. Top one, cool. Right, let's do a potential, probably like a rush hour route. This one probably seems like a decent one. It's pretty long. Yeah, let's go for it. Or we could do a 50-minute one from Four Oaks to Longbridge. But now let's do a full run. This is another route I haven't run. I haven't run the Horseshoe Curve. All right. Turn AWS on, of course. Turn, what else do we have over here? Vigilance. And the SD should be on already by default, which we love to see. I don't think there's anything here from what I remember. Yeah, everything's in the closed position. Yes, that's fine. Coach lighting should be on. No need for a door key right now. Tail lights off. These are set for me. Beautiful. I would assume the pantograph, I would hope the pantograph's on. Alright, there she is, ready to go. As a matter of fact, let's have a little departing cam as we leave the station. I wish it would sort of remember its position. Minor qualm. I'm pretty certain that Cross City is one of the lines that have announcements that have been released. So I need to set myself a little reminder to get sound packed. Glad to see that train absolutely chock full of passengers. Give me one moment. All right, let's continue our way. That was a big one. Hello, Hias Matt. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome to the stream. Amazing. We are currently playing through the Birmingham Cross City route with the Regional Railways liveried 323 from Lichfield, Trent Valley to Redditch. Yeah, it's a beautiful train with an even more beautiful livery in my opinion. I really do like this livery. This particular song I will get for you in about 6 seconds. This particular song is called Barbie by Pop Culture. It's part of a playlist I've got on Spotify of non-copyrighted songs because we don't want to get in trouble. You're welcome, my friend. think we're playing it a little bit too safe with the brakes. That's the issue with jumping from train to train to train. It's that you just about get accustomed to the braking power of one unit, and then you get into another unit that's just the complete opposite. Like the 142, the brakes were amazing, but not this amazing. And then like the Antelope Valley Line train was nowhere near either of them. So just when you think you've got it, it gets snatched out of you. Whatever talent, should there have been any talent there in the first place. Yeah, true. I was used to playing in a certain train, that when I tried another train, I was like, wow, the brakes are not that good. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously good because you get to feel the difference in different trains and different time periods maybe as well. But when you're trying to stick to like a timetable, you're trying to drive a train well, it can be a hindrance. But the thing is, I find that when I do try and be brave, I go flying past the platform. So yeah, let's try not to do that this time around. Just with the emergency brakes. Goodness me. Had to use the emergency brakes. What's my favorite route? Probably the Preston Blackpool. I know it's a cop out, but it's only just recently become my favorite route, just because of the detail that's in that route and the feeling of that you're in a place, you're driving a train. You get that feeling that I don't think any other route really gives you. Before that, it was my previous route, my previous favorite route used to be Peninsula Corridor, but I don't think you can really compare those two. What about you? What's your favorite route? I've never played that, Nabil. I have it, just never played it, so I can't say. I know the reviews for it are really, really good, but I can't speak for myself. I haven't played it. The level of detail is almost as good as Blackpool. Yeah, that's what that's pretty much the feeling in general. So I kind of know what I would expect if I was to play it, but just because I haven't obviously played it myself, then I can't really speak out of turn. My favorite route is probably, well, let's make sure we break in time for this one. My favorite route is probably the Southeastern High Speed or LGTV and Mediterranean. To be honest, the Southeastern High Speed is very good. Very, very good. I don't think I've played it since the 700 came out, so my idea of it being good is even without the 700. But obviously now that they've added that, it's a lot better. So that's actually a decent contender. I didn't think about that, but I think it's just because I don't play it, and although I don't play like the other ones as well, not many people talk about it anymore like they used to. And as for LGV, sorry, another one I haven't played, but I'm aware that that is a very good route, and if I'm not mistaken, was one of Train Sim World's best-selling DLC, which raises the question of why haven't they given us another French route? I'll respond to you in 1 second. Now, just bring the train to a stop. Oh, another regional railways. That's pretty rare. That's very rare. We've taken it back to the 90s in at Wild Green. Yeah, I think the LGTV Mediterranean is a good route, but maybe a little short if you compare it. That's annoying. If you compare it to the newer ones and a new TGV route and a train I would really like because I'm a fan of TGVs. To be fair, I believe the full length takes half an hour, highest map. And this came way after it. And I mean, not just this one. On all the routes, I guess, yeah, cool, the maximum service time is longer. But within those, you do find a lot of half-hour routes. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, we are talking maximum length, aren't we? So that makes a difference. The next French route should be a commuter, in my opinion. I don't know. See, when I see that, when I see like French requests on the forums or on Discord, I never really see French commuters. I always see high speeds being requested. Especially the ones that we have in Train Sim Classic. So that's interesting that you guys would like to see French commuter. I actually have no idea what French commuter would be like. Which is probably why they should bring that in, I guess, right? To sort of introduce it to players who pretty much know nothing about. 90% of my train knowledge has come from the forums, Discord, and the game itself. Are there any particular like specific locations that you guys would like to see the commuter routes take place in? Like, are there any, you know, like popular, famous ones, or just pretty much anything would go, any modern? And yeah, actually, no, even the time period. Would it be modern? Would that be better than like the old school routes? For me, anything modern, but that's not my preference in general. Yeah, fair enough. I think the thing is with I don't know what you would class as classic, but you know, things from like the 90s or the early 2000s, things like that. I think for me personally, and probably for a lot of other people, it's more so of a thing of, I remember that once upon a time, and I always wanted to know, or I always wondered, what would that be like to drive? What would that be like to fully experience? And so when it's brought into the game, you kind of get that experience and get that feeling of that curiosity out of you. And then after that, it just becomes just like any other DLC, I think. But you do have those people, obviously, who are like crazy about certain eras and certain time periods. Certain people are crazy about Steam. Certain people are crazy about the 70s and the 80s. I think it really does depend on like your age, where you grew up, and obviously what trains were around you. How did we make it here pretty quickly? Because we were just about running on time. Now we've arrived 30 or so seconds before time.
We expect you to produce your tickets once to do so.
By the way, just a quick question. How do you remove the stop accuracy marker on the stations when you stop? That's something that really bugs me, Sam. So you go to the menu, you go over to options, settings, HUD and gameplay, and it's the third option, stop marker, and you turn that off. Oh no, are you talking about this one? Okay, hold on, let me see. Are you talking about the one that's on the ground that changes color, green, orange, red, or are you talking about the 1 point? Because that's a different thing then. Once we leave the station, I'll turn it on, and then I can show it to you that way. I have Train Simulator Classic, Nabil, but I don't play it. The issue is my first proper train game was Train Sim World, and it's very difficult to go from Train Sim World to Train Simulator Classic. I did it for a couple of routes that I was curious about, but I couldn't stay on it. And I don't mind playing it for like a stream and stuff, but it's just not something I spend my time on personally. And I am sat. So you mean this one, yeah? This one that I've got on screen now. That one, if you're on PC and you're using a keyboard, you can hold Control and press 1. Or if you're not on PC and don't have a keyboard, you go to options, settings, HUD and gameplay, and you come here to objective marker and you turn it off. That is called the objective marker. I've only started playing with that recently. I used to struggle a lot without it, and then I just kept on practicing. But I had it on for a long time, a very long time. Okay, so then that was the first one that I showed you. The stop marker. Settings. And then HUD and gameplay. and then stop marker, you turn it off. No worries, man. And just so you don't get caught off guard, every time you do a tutorial, they turn it on. It drives me crazy. But yeah, don't be surprised if when you do a tutorial for a train, you find that it's back on. So you have to go back to the settings and turn it off again. Also, the thing with Train Sim Classic as well in a build is if I had it, I'd have to buy the, you know, all the mods for it, the graphics mods and everything to make it nice and pretty. And then on top of it, whatever routes people are going to want to see me play. So it's going to be like potentially a big investment. I remember when every route instructor started with like how to use the camera. Yeah, look up, look down, look here, look here. Oh my god, what a disaster that was. I remember those so clearly, man. Like, how ridiculous is that, man? I'm happy. Two things they did with a new route. One, they removed that nonsense. And two, they don't force you to do the route introduction. Now it's a separate entity, which I really do like. Now, if only they removed the stop marker, that'll be the cherry on top for me. But yeah, something like the camera, Jesus Christ, man. There's something you can do once, and it never needs to happen again. Because every game that you're gonna use a mouse or a joystick with is the same thing. GTA, Call of Duty, other racing games, whatever it is, all of them have the same thing. You use the mouse or the analog stick to look around. Why do we need to be constantly reminded? We're approaching Aston now. I feel like this is pretty much the middle point of the route. That gets me from investing in TSC because it requires a hefty investment for a realistic and enjoyable experience. Yeah, the people who have sunk money into TSC and probably still play it are, you know, players who were playing Train Sim Classic before even the first Train Sim Worlds, because I just don't see how someone can, unless it's obviously for the variety or the length of the routes. That was something that stuck out to me as well and got me playing it. But I just don't see any other reason why you would invest in Train Sim Classic after playing Train Sim Worlds. Like, even just the timetable mode itself is such a massive advantage over Train Sim Classic. Let me turn off driver assist. I don't want it. And the thing is, when I needed it, it wasn't there. And I do have a traction lock indicator on, but it just doesn't show for whatever reason. I just tested the markers and it's so much better. Thank you so much. No worries, man. You're welcome. I know how annoying they are, so I'm glad I could help you with that. Yep, been playing. I put in a lot of hours in the bill. Between Chainsaw World 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. I don't even want to take a look at my hours, man. I love the lighting of the GSMR. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it on. I keep forgetting that you can turn it on here. Can I press what to do after? Let me see, hold on. So we're meant to be finishing up in 40 minutes. Let me know what it is, and if we have time, then we can do it. And if we don't have time, then I'll just have to make time. Maybe we'll have a longer stream today. Anything on the new DLC? All right, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, actually. Okay. If it's anything on the new DLC, no worries, my bro. If it's anything on the new DLC, then we can run some. I don't even know what loco, like what the code name is, but the OBB loco or EMU from Vorarlberg, that makes an appearance on the new route for a little while. I think it's like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. And hopefully we get to see a little bit of what the layers have to offer. Smooth. It's so crazy, yeah. I've had that thing. Are my doors not open? It wants me to stop on the exact point. Okay. That's a little bit extra, isn't it? You think this was a German freight route? But luckily we're going to be here for a while anyway. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, this route is not even officially a request a route stream. Sorry, this stream isn't officially request a route. I know it's on the thumbnail, but long story short, that's the only picture I had of Antelope Valley Line that I could use. And I've had like 5 requests, I think, 4 or 5 requests. Do you think that's worth the money? Dovetail charge for the DLCs? Not for the most part, no. Not for the most part. Only a handful, a small handful are worth the money. But yeah, and I've had about 5 requests today. And on my other streams that are request a route, request a DLC, request a local, request anything, I'll get 1 if I'm lucky. That is funny, man. I can't. That's so like you couldn't even make it up. I love it. And so I just end up playing main specified part for the most part. To be fair, actually, I've been playing a lot of the new route, but only because I wanted to record the scenarios for YouTube. And so I'm basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I'm streaming it and I'm making YouTube content. But yeah, I think since yesterday we were back on my special part. I watch it more often. Yeah, man, listen, you've got it scheduled there. So I try to stick to it as faithfully as possible. So yeah, you know when and where to find me. Since I've had the schedule, the only time I've gone off it was the day that the new route was released, and I ended up streaming from like 6 in the evening till about 9 or 10. Other than that, why can't I speak today? Other than that, yeah, 2 to 5 on all those days. Whoops. I haven't needed to reach for my energy drink today. I do have it here. You guys have kept me. You guys have kept my my energy up today. Thank you. Clicked on a random video I wasn't planning to watch, ended up seeing it, and then spotted your stream. Thanks algorithm, I guess. That's crazy. And it's crazy that it's like you used to, because I know I stopped streaming for a while. So when I used to stream before, you would always come through as well. Like that's even crazy. It's not even like you just stumbled across a random, you know, a random stream. Me too. Hey, listen. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. Thank you, lot. Hey, thank you, lot, for being here. Honestly, man. I don't mind streaming to myself, which is what I feel I do most of the time. But it's obviously nice to actually entertain, you know, even if it's just one person. I'm happy to entertain that person. Happy to have a conversation as well. Honestly, I'm a very quiet, like I'm a quiet person. I'm very chill, very cool. I'm not one of these content creators. I can be, depending on the scenario and the environment and the game, but 99% of the time, I'm not like these content creators. I'll just shout in and scream in, and I'm very calm. If there's nothing to talk about, I won't talk. I will chill in silence, you will chill in silence, and we'll both enjoy the game. But I prefer to talk though, ironically, I prefer to talk. So it's nice when that, you know, the door to conversation is open, because I can only do so much talking by myself. It's like I have an energy meter, and then the more and more and more I talk, it just goes lower and lower and lower and lower. And then when I get to the bottom, nada. It's like I'll comment on one or two things that happen, but yeah, nothing after that really. What on earth is that? I guess that's a collectible. It looks horrifying. We floated past our marker a little bit. Let me go back and have a look at that. I guess it's a collectible. And maybe it's got some meaning that I'm just unaware of, but I think it looks horrendous. I don't like it at all. I do not like that. This is where the river is, yeah. Have they fixed this? There was an issue here. Yeah, they fixed it. It's nice, I like it. This little scenic area. Well, as scenic as you're gonna get in Birmingham. Yeah, so next stream, by the next, yeah, whenever the next stream is gonna be, I would have downloaded the announcements for a lot of routes, so we'll have that extra bit of immersion. Actually, I might even just record YouTube videos with those. I think I need to start creating content that utilizes and showcases different mods. Because it's okay to have scenarios, but the scenarios come to an end. As you know, every new route is only going to have so many. So it'll be good to get more content out there. Those parking lots need to be changed ASAP. I didn't even see them. I think it's for the better. I think it's for the better. The thing is with Dovetail, if is they'll use one asset or two assets for something, and then that'll be it. So whether you're in the US, whether you're in the UK, whether you're playing in Germany, you're gonna have one or two layouts of a parking lot. You know what? I'm not even gonna go back and look at it because it's gonna depress me. It's an asset from. Wow. Okay, well that speaks for itself. That speaks for itself. I think like legit, not a single staff member now that's there right now is from then. Everyone that was working there before, because they all got transferred over, it's been so long that all of them have gone now. That's how old it is. Yeah, we need more of what Just Trains provided for us, honestly. Talking of Hayasmat, when you said, like you saw that thing, there is to a random donkey in the boat in Espan Baraba group. But at least, as much as, okay, that doesn't make sense, and I do wish that collectibles were a thing that you could turn off because not everybody wants them, at least that has a purpose, you know? Not a purpose, I don't think it's a part of a collectible, but in every route, I don't know where it originated from, but donkeys are like an Easter egg, basically. So in every single route, there's one hidden somewhere, and it's basically just a bit of fun. But yeah, whether everyone wants to see that or not is a different matter. But at least it's away from the route, I guess. You're not likely to see it. On one route, there's one on top of a building, and another one, there's one hiding in a shack. Yeah, I don't think you really get anything from it. It's just a bit of fun. But I think with these things, because I've just seen another one now, I think these are actual collectibles, which there are like a number of those that you have to collect all across the routes, in different stations, on different areas of the railway. So something like that, I wish you could turn on and off, on or off. Or something like the route maps. That's something every DLC has, is you need to go and put all the route maps on. It's like a little challenge. They should just be on. They should just be there. It's not really something you would do as a train driver, you know? if there was like an arcade mode, like a fun mode, where you go and do all of that, I think that would be better than forcing everyone to partake in something they might not really want to partake in. The donkey's next to a station. On this route. Or on Vorarlberg. On Vorarlberg, okay. Okay, cool. I guess that's towards one of the ends of the route, isn't it? I remember one of the ends being near a body of water, so I would assume it's near there. I wish I gave Vorarlberg a bit more time. I wish there was a bit more to do in it. It's not really memorable. Like East Coast Main Line, it's almost fresh in my mind. Like it was very memorable. I remember being on it and doing whatever. Antelope Valley Line, not as memorable, but it's still somewhat fresh in my mind. Vorarlberg though, I barely remember it. Nabil, please make sure you remind me, bro, before I finish this route to do Salzburg for you. Because I only just remembered now by chance. We've only got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's not only, we've got quite a lot. We've got quite a lot to go still. Thank you, bro. Bourneville up next, the home of our beloved Cadbury's. I have to go now, bye, but I think that I will return. All right, hi, Matt. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. We're due to end this stream within the next hour, so maybe you'll catch us, maybe you won't. But if not, I'll be streaming tomorrow, same time again, so hopefully we'll see you then. Hey, Samuel, thank you so much for stopping by. I couldn't find you. I said it's the very beginning of my stream. I couldn't find your channel. Like you don't even show up on my under my subscribers. So I couldn't subscribe to your channel yesterday. I did try and look for you. How are you doing though, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream again. All right. While you're here, let me try that as we pull in to the Cadbury station. I'm glad to hear you're well, man. It's a blessing. Like my recent searches are Samuel Smith train spotting, Samuel Smith trains, and I just couldn't find you. Samuel Smith railway train. Got you. It was the shorts that yeah, the thing is with YouTube shorts, unless you click on them, they won't tell you anything about the creator. So yeah, but yeah, I subscribed now, so fabulous. No problem, man. Wow, where did all the subs come from? Again, like over 5 today. Probably your content. Probably your content, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So why wouldn't you gain subs, man? I hope when I get trips by TPWS, I need to. I think, is it 20? That's the limit going over them when you're approaching a danger aspect. I do use German safety systems, Nabil. Yeah, I try to run services as realistically as possible. So I have PZB on, I'll have CIFA on, LZB as well, AFB. Jesus Christ, they have a lot, don't they? But yeah, all of that, man. I don't think I run them. No. Let me not, you know, downgrade myself. I do pretty well. But I just think, like, for example, with PZB or with the aspect, the signal aspects, like, I know to acknowledge if I see a yellow, and that's it. I don't know what the position of the yellow means. What does it mean when there's a green and a yellow, when there's 2 greens and yellow, when there's 1 green and 2 yellow? All of that, I have no clue exactly what it means. If I see yellow, I acknowledge, and it works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Although it will be my first time using PZB on the OBB train, because I've only played it on, I've only driven it on Vorarlberg, which doesn't have PZB on it. Won't be seeing anything over this weekend. What, will there just be nothing running, or is it that you specifically won't be able to go and have a look at anything? I feel like it's a pretty quiet season. Like, I wouldn't imagine much going on around this time of year. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Yeah, nothing good running, fair enough. I was actually meant to have a look at the real-time website, and I forgot yesterday. I'm hearing a slight rattle on this unit, and it's pretty nice. I don't remember what train I drove not too long ago that had like a solid rattle coming from somewhere over the right side. And it's surprisingly immersive. It could even be this one, but I feel like this one's a little too quiet right now. Like at the time, it was something that stood out to me. That lady just about made it onto my train. Welcome back, IS Matt. That was quick. Hello, mate. Just gave us a little knock. When I was watching YouTube, I didn't want to play TSW4, but as I'm watching, I started to want to play. That's what usually happens. That's what usually happens. You'll be bored out of your mind and you won't actually want to do anything. And then you'll go and watch someone play a certain game and then you start thinking, that looks pretty cool, I want to do that too. I still don't know what's new in Central DLC. A couple new scenarios. A few new scenarios are apparently, I haven't played them, but apparently they're pretty good. Obviously the new livery and that's it. That's pretty much it. I guess at least they've incorporated delivery into like regular timetable and you don't need a whole new timetable for it. But yeah, it wasn't great. But then again, it was I forgot the name of the studio behind it, but it was their first DLC for Train Sim World, so it's not completely a surprise that it's, you know, not huge. Although even as it's a pretty small DLC, there was a lot of bugs that it released with, but they were, after a short period of time, as we're pretty much used to, they were fixed. Simtrack Studio, that was the one, I believe. I think they're working on something right now. I think it's been, the information's come out. I don't remember what it was though, I'll be honest. Simtrack Studio. They're completely new, aren't they? I don't think they have done anything before for Train Sim Classic. And the thing is, you know, I actually wouldn't mind if a developer or a third party studio came and all they did was just enhance current routes. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing that they added what they've added to this DLC. I don't remember the price, and the cost is gonna have a big part to play. But I think it's a pretty good thing that, you know, a studio can come and breathe a new life into a DLC that's probably otherwise would have been forgotten about. Frame rate has had a noticeable drop. I wonder why. So if things are looking a bit funny on the stream, don't worry, it's not your device. Turn my lights on. Glad you didn't get caught out there. I'm gonna go and play some train sim right now. Alright, ass Matt. You got any routes in mind that you wanna go and play? You made me play too. I don't make anyone do anything. Just sitting there having a good time. And sometimes being asked very strange questions. think I'm gonna go and play Southeastern High Speeds. Good choice. Very good choice. That should keep you busy for a while. Nabil, what are you playing? Or are you not playing anything just yet? Did the game just forget to tell me to lock my doors? Dresden. Oh, that's one I've forgotten about, you know. That's a very good route as well. Also, with regards to the collectibles like we were talking about earlier, I don't mind them when they're, you know, in a station. But on some routes, they can be, not all of them, but some of them will be scattered very far from like any station, and or sometimes randomly in the middle of nowhere, which that is annoying. Because if you're going to try and, you know, find all the collectibles and get whatever achievement you're going to get without any guides, and you want to do it yourself, good luck. Why is everyone's hair golden? I don't like much when I see in TSW 4 videos how beautiful the game is and it made me play, but when I play I see my game looking that good. I can't have a graphic, so sometimes that stops. Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've been there before I had a PC. So I know it sucks. I know it sucks. That's why like I like making my game, I think, as beautiful as it can be, because I don't want it to look like how I've played it before. Not even just this game, but any other game. That's why my monitor is 4K, and that's why my computer is as sort of as beefy as it is, because yeah, I remember those days very clearly, and I don't want to go back to them, man. So I know you're paying, Hasma. I know you're paying, man. That's why I'm happy to, like, if anybody wants to see a particular route, that's why I do my request a route. So anything that somebody doesn't have or that they can't replicate, but they want to see it, that's right. That's why I do the streams that I do, literally for that reason. Like, I'll do my own thing until somebody says, "Oh, can you do this or can you do that? I want to see this," and then I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." Train Hunter, who's vanished seemingly, requested like 3 routes in a row. I need Shem. I was like, "Yeah, let's go." Before I even finished the previous route. That's why I'm going over my schedule, so I can do the build request. I like it, man. I just wish, like, honestly, my desire would be for me to do it, to stream and whatnot for like a lot longer. But I'm right now, I don't make anything from YouTube. I don't make anything from Twitch. I don't make any sort of financial gain, and I need to eat. So the only reason I stop when I do is because I then go and work. But if I was making any sort of income from this, then yeah, I'd stream for. I could easily stream for like a shift, like a work shift, like an 8-hour shift. I could do that. It would be very tiring, but at least I get to sort of, you know, to fulfill my service to the people, basically. That's nice that you play through to people. And yeah, man, I mean, to be fair with me, I'm fine with everything, which helps a lot. Like, there's no route that I can play that I would hate. Even, like, for me, my least desired trains would be like steam trains, just because of their complexity. But I've done like all the Flying Scotsman scenarios, for example. Like, when it comes to it, I can do it. So it's good to sort of have that there. I do use God mode, Nabil. Yes, sir. I have to, man. That's another thing that I can't live without, because if I wasn't using God mode, I would be here. I'd be like this on the thing. I don't like it. I like to sit, you know, where I like to have the view that a driver would have, basically, and you can't do that without God mode. And of course, I believe you need it for the graphics enhancement mod as well. Yeah, mods are very, very useful. Like I was saying earlier, they changed the game completely. It's like you play a completely, you know, different game. Not also useful for us as players, but useful to Dovecell. Because yeah, I've seen players say that if not for mods, they wouldn't play the game. So I think Dovecell owe a pretty big thank you to the community for all the effort that people are putting in. A lot of hitches here. I think this is the first time going to Redditch on this route. I've never driven here before. So I guess all the shaders are being cached. So it will only be a problem if when we come here again now, the same thing happens. So yeah, we've reached 5 o'clock, but we are going to do one more run on the Salzburg route, and then we'll call it there afterwards. Okay, I think we got stopped by TVWS there. I did not stop myself, but we are within the platform, so... Oh, that was nasty. Why is it unlock doors? Our doors are unlocked. There's the parking. Yeah, I was I was looking at it. Does it want me to unlock the wrong doors? Does it want me to unlock the right side doors? No, it's just stuck. This is also why God mode is helpful, because now I can go up here, console commands, TS2, TS2 debug, objectives, and complete current objective, and I'm not stuck anymore. That's another thing that's been big for me. Any like red light bug, any issue where you happen to get stuck for whatever reason, God mode comes clutch. Right, Salzburg to Rosenheim. The OBB. So yeah, so this is a good thing, Nabil. Look how many different trains we can have on this. And most of these you will see. So that's one of the big positives about it, is that it's constantly fresh. Cool, let's do something during the day. Do a little 13-minute run, why not? Turn dynamic weather off. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, man. Okay, it's been a while since I've been here. What have we got here? Instrument lights, can turn that on. Train lights should be on already. No need for the light inside here, the cabin. Reversals, but and forwards. So PZB stuff. Panel graph I expect to be up. Signal lights, headlights. Okay. PZB on. CFAR on. What else do we have there? Nothing. So, the people, we're ready to go, guys. Let's get it. Well, actually, no. Go wait 45 seconds. A lot of red lights here. We've turned PZB on, no? Okay, it was off. The lighting was off on it. That's a very strange thing to need to tend to. can't I turn cruise control on? I don't remember where I saw it. Let's do without it. It's only about 15 minutes. I don't remember how to, there was something that you pressed, isn't it? I don't remember what you pressed to, when you do the power change, there's something that you do. And I don't remember what it is. Next stream will be tomorrow. Oh boy, I don't remember how to change. Do I have braking power at least? Okay, it looks like we do. Right, we're gonna have to come to a stop and then try and figure it out from there. None of these do anything. What was it, man? I remember being very simple. Something that you can just do on the go. Yeah, the next stream will be request a route highest map. Alright, we've crawled in. Now we need to find out how we are gonna crawl out. I don't think it's anything there. Oh, pantograph, this one. I got it, it came back to me. Where is it? Yeah. There we go. Got there eventually, Jesus Christ. Could you do the Korn Aachen route, the ICE3 one? I'd like to buy the DLC and it'd be nice if you could show me. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. UK time. I can definitely do that for you. Why are we moving? Why is it keep on to reset view? I just pressed number 1. Yeah, I just pressed number 1. think it's part of God mode that you can just press it and it will reset you, because from what I remember, usually you'd have to like go out like this and then go in, or do one of these views. So yeah, I'm very, you know what, there's so many things about God modes that as I'm talking I'm starting to sort of notice even more how helpful it is. Oh, maybe I should just use the regular brakes. Oh, we turned it on. I don't even know how I turned. So where's like, how do I know what my cruise control is set to? Doesn't tell me on there. There's no indicator on here. Okay, that's quite disconcerting. In this train, you can't. Are you talking about cruise control, Matt? There is. It doesn't operate like the other, like the 1442s, although it looks like one, and shares the same body style. It works. I don't know. It's strange. Maybe if I had the classic HUD, I'd be able to read what cruise control speed is set to. But yeah, without that, I have no. I guess it just like it's up to you to get to a speed and then you hold it there, rather than like, for example, with AFB, where AFB almost drives this train for you. Without the normal HUD, you can't know the speed that it's set to the running is. Yeah. On some, I think it tells you in the little notification that comes up on the right side whenever you do something. But I guess for others, like this one, for example, clearly it doesn't. Yeah, normally there is an indicator in the cab or the side pop-up like you said when this train. You just can't know. Yeah, exactly, man. It's a guessing game. Well, like, it's not necessarily a guessing game, but you will never be 100% sure what exactly you're set to. Alright. The bill, I know that was very, very short, mate. But unfortunately, so is time. But that has been our final run of the day. We have reached Salzburg. And as it's doing its thing, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you very much to everyone who's been a part of the stream, who's watched, who's conversed. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. It's been a pleasure entertaining you guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. We are gonna be back here tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. GMT. I wasn't planning on playing Train Sim World, but ew, what the hell is that? Yuck. Hold on, let me get out of here because that looks disgusting. Is that better? Okay, somewhat better. But yeah, anyway, due to high demand, I guess, I'll be playing some more Train Sim World tomorrow now. So yeah, if you want to see any more of that, obviously you're more than welcome to come along. But for now, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much once again for being part of the stream today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Nabil, I was planning on doing Euro Truck. Whether multiplayer or single player, I don't know yet. But I was planning to do some Euro Truck. Which doesn't necessarily get me a ton of people. So I'm not losing out on. I'm not losing out really. By playing Train Sim World instead. So yeah. And nobody requested it at the end of the day, but I'm getting Train Sim World requests, so it wouldn't really make sense to play something that no one's interested in watching. So yeah, Fortnite. I will. Did you drop me off your? Did you message me on Discord? If not, add me on there. LWD Adnan, as is the same with everything of mine. And then I don't know when I'm gonna play it, but at some point I'll play it. I do want to finish the battle pass before the end of the season though. So yeah. But yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, and peace out.